And we are live.
Live we are. FluffyDuckie Monster Jam 2021, Season 12, folks. Season 12. All right, so to kick things off, 2021 rosters. We're going to have Stadium Series 1, Path of Destruction, Stadium Series 2, Path of Destruction, as well as the Ducky Threat Arena Series, the inaugural Ducky Threat Arena Series.
It's going to be insane.
It is. And yeah, we are getting right down to business because we don't have anything else that's special to share for the introduction. It's all about keeping it simple, folks. We don't need to be this factory of sadness right here. All right, moving on. Stadium Series 1, Path of Destruction. So that'll be Stadium Tour Yellow. So to kick things off, I'm going to highlight some of the drivers, some of the exciting sort of features that we've had in Season 11. Came from Red Thunder and Adam Zollner. Finished second in points. Cool Corvette 63. He'll be one to watch. As well as Nitro Hornet, or Bee Sting, driven by Joseph Rodriguez down at the bottom. As well as everyone's favorite Kangaroo Jack Jumper, driven by Noah Clifton. That was just one slide out of 4, so please be patient. All right, moving on. So the second slide here that we have for Stadium Series 1, got to give props to guys like Solo Cowboy and Goofy Alcatraz, or however his name is pronounced. Great to see Solo Cowboy in the lineup, as well as a 4-truck team that he now has in his arsenal on Stadium Tour 1 as well as this at the bottom that finished 5th in points, TNT. Followed by guys like Anthony Malone, Baller Cider, best known as the driver of Beast Mode. He won multiple events. He'll definitely be one to watch as long as he's a part of any stadium tour. So he'll definitely be an exciting factor in the lineup. Great to see a truck like Blown Wages out here. The cheapest looking truck, but probably the best handling one. So we'll see what Easy Engram has in store for Stadium Tour 1. Moving on to slide number 3. We have a lot of unique things going on here. We have Hidden Shadow, one of the Solo Cowboy team trucks, followed by Wildfire, a part of the Beasting team. I believe that's Team Psychotic, as well as Hayes. We got trucks like Surf and Turf. Billy Boy, I believe, is definitely not from the United States. So great to see a lot of international presence in Stadium Tour 1. Followed by our series points champion from Season 11, Fridge Dealer and Fanta Frozen Force. Brand new ride for him that he'll be rolling out with in Season 12. And to end things off for Stadium Series 1, we have K9, the Gator, Engine Execution. Bubba Basher was a unique one. And Thardium Bullseye closing out. So Stadium Series 1, 42 trucks will be in Stadium Series 1 and Stadium Series 2 as well. Stadium Series 3. It is a stacked lineup without a doubt. Arena Series, I almost said Stadium Series 3, but Arena Series will be 24 trucks, and we'll obviously be getting to those. Now, Stadium Series 2, be the Tour Orange. All right, so to kick things out, a lot of stuff going on here as well. We have the icon, Jacob Koss, the Tour's founder and owner. He'll be driving in Stadium Series 2 in Duck Luck as always. Adrian, Mr. Carnage 123, a brand new ride with a PPG Paints Color Rush this season. Followed by the up-and-comer Time Bomb, Joey McLean. Beautiful, beautiful truck. He threw down, won the biggest freestyle event in FMJ history out of 36 trucks in Cincinnati in Season 11. So he'll definitely be one to watch, especially in freestyle. Now, next slide here, we're going to be kicking things off with Dust Devil Mike Boland. No vacuum cleaner jokes. If there's any vacuum cleaner jokes, Mike's going to suck the life out of you. All right, and we also have up-and-comer Buckethead driven by Tristan Reaper. Definitely one to watch. He's on an iPad, folks, and I can tell you right now, he would probably whip my butt if I was on this tour. Followed by the Old Man Grave Robber, Friar Robbie. He's been around for over 10 years in Roblox Monster Trucks and Roblox Racing. He's definitely going to be a threat and one to watch in Stadium Tour 2. We have guys like Cameron Becker, Steel Dragon. He's been around for a very long time, without a doubt, built some of the most unique rides. We'll be seeing a lot of that throughout all of the tours. Followed by our chassis builder, Damian Fenton in Crash Course. Great to see a brand new look for Crash Course coming out here real soon. We'll be excited to see that truck hit the track. Followed by Season 9 Freestyle Champion, Southern Snake. Great to see that truck and great to see that name back, driven by MJ Fan Warrior 2. And sneaking in on this page is William Kuntz's sister driving Bad Girl. Yeesh, as our boy Cameron Becker would say. All right, and our third slide for Stadium Series 2, we have Trent in Demoniac, a rising young gun, pulling up with a new ride for Season 12, followed by Master of Puppets 255 and Into the Storm. That's definitely a great truck to see, as always out on the track. Been around for a long time. We'll be excited to see what Trent has in store for us. Been consistent in freestyle all season long in Season 11. William Kuntz and Bad Boy as well on this tour. He'll be touring with his sister, as well as another top 5 point series contender from last season, Monster Jam Daily and Hot Shot. We also have our buddy Nick Migas and Twister as well. Great to see Nick behind the wheel of Twister as always. Great to see him continuing driving here on Roblox, as he's also been around for over 10 years without a doubt. And of course, the biggest meme of all, we have freaking Mario Man back in action behind the wheel of, here's a picture of Tony Hawk, everybody's favorite, let's be honest. And also great to see Blue Blood back with Blue Gator 1 behind the wheel. Let's be real, if you don't know this man's, you're not an OG. And our final slide for Stadium Series 2, we're going to have American Wheels, Atomic Shock, Digital Destruction, Airborne, Freedom Fighter, and Bass Boosted closing out. Now, moving on to Ducky Threat Series, which is the Arena Tour.
Woo.
I guess it'd be the bottom of the nest if ducks have nests. Jake, do ducks have nests? I'm not sure. I don't know. I was going to make a joke there, but I'm not sure.
Whatever works.
Dragons do.
Dragons do. Yeah, we'll have a dragon's nest. That's a little hint for what's to come after the tours are done. All right, so for the Arena Series, so Factory of Sadness right here. I'm just kidding. We have Delinquent with Ive-Chain, a brand new driver, been around in row racing. Great to see him making a debut in Roblox Monster Jam. Lots of great new look, basically a brand new tour, a lot of brand new looking trucks without a doubt. It'll be great to see a lot of new faces and a lot of rising stars here in this tour rise to the top. NASCAR Joey, Four Wheel Frenzy, going to be adding in some veteran in a monstrosity of a truck, being a rear engine Willman for driving Tombstone, brand new truck. That truck was built at 4 a.m. like 2 months ago. Yeah, pretty toxic. Nightmare Mike has a brand new look. I've never heard of Nightmare Mike up until this tour, but apparently Nightmare Mike is on a 5-year anniversary, so he'll be enjoying that on the Ducky Threat Series. I've never heard of the truck, but hey, 5-year anniversary, can't take anything away from him there. All right, for our second slide here, we have Frost Monster and Badman, and the two newest additions to Panduck Racing. Great to see them in action in the Arena Series, followed by a bunch of row racers with Crazy 8 and Texas Stallion, some debut drivers there. New trucks like American Skull, White Castle Assailant, and Magnaflow Demolisher hitting the track, as well as Rough Country, which is by far a beauty of a truck, that I can tell you. Closing out for the tours, we have our Stadium Series hosts. Jake, you may take it away from here.
All right. Well, with 3 tours, it's definitely the biggest FluffyDuckie Monster Jam Tour that we've done. And starting us off, Stadium Series 1 is going to be hosted by myself and Nick. And then, so it's definitely back to like the old days, I guess you could say. But Ethan will be helping out, and of course we got Cameron and Will helping out across all 3 tours. And how all tours are going to go, basically the points ranking 1 through 12 is your Fluffy Finals 12 entries, and then Double Duck Showdown is 13 through 16. And within this tour we're going to do racing and freestyle. So moving on to the next one, we got the good old Orange Tour. Honestly, both these stadium tours are pretty stacked, and I love it. So this one is going to be hosted by this other guy who's just went through all these trucks. That's going to be a good old DustyOutlaw, Darius Warrior. You all know him. And then Ethan's going to be helping out on this one too. Again, racing and freestyle, same point setup. Moving on. And then our Ducky Threat Series. We got Fenton and Mario hosting this one. This is definitely going to be really cool to see. Lots of new faces and everybody. Darius is going to be helping out with this one as needed. again, all our admins can help out between all the tours and all that fun stuff. However, for Fluffy Finals entries on this one, it's going to be our points rankings number 1 through 7. Showdown's going to be number 8 through 16. And there is racing and freestyle in this one. There might be really competition and a few select shows, but we'll have to see what Fit and Mario have up their sleeves with that. What else we got?
Yeah, Lord help us. All right, so 2021 schedule. Jake, if you want to do this one as well for all 3 tours.
I mean, sure. So, Stadium Tour 1, this is the one that me and Nick are hosting. I don't believe we're doing any double headers this year. I guess we'll see what happens. We're trying to keep all the points pretty similar with how many stops we got going on. So, kicking it off, Double Decker Stadium, pretty iconic, you should know. Then after that, we move on to Tampa, Florida, Raymond James Stadium, Dug in the Box Stadium, which, as you know, hosted Fluffy Finals 11 last season. So cool to be going back to there. Fluffy Fairgrounds, Mythic Speedway. We return again to Ditch Atlanta Stadium, Bandit Speedway. Isn't that your one-off track you got going on?
That it is. Going to be an exciting track without a doubt. That will definitely not be one to miss.
Yeah. After that, we go to the city of monsterly love, Philadelphia, and end it all in Raymond James Stadium for our second stop. And
Some
then
of these stadiums are going to be pretty damn fun. I'm going to say that right now.
Yes.
If you all like Panda-style drag racing, you're going to really love Mythic Speedway. Going to be quite a showdown.
Hell yes. And we also have a to be announced stop in there, so whatever.
We never know we could sneak in there.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Come on.
Surprise, surprise. All right.
Hashtag free Seattle, baby. All right. So Stadium Tour 2. This one's going to be hosted. This one will be hosted by myself and Ethan Massey, and of course anyone else as part of our admin squad will definitely help out. Kicking things off will be Double Decker Stadium, of course. It's like our Daytona 500, we should say, for our stadium tours. Going to Aloha Stadium in Honolulu, Hawaii. Our very first time Monster Jam, or FluffyDuckie Monster Jam, I should say, is going out to the big old island out in the Pacific for that one.
Better get your hula scoot for that.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Bandit Speedway, another event there. Great to see both tours going there, as well as Mythic Speedway. Another TBA stop in the middle there. Never know we could sneak in there. Followed by Ditch Atlanta Stadium, Gillette Stadium, Foxborough, Massachusetts. Great to see that on a stadium tour schedule. Followed by Tampa, Florida, Duck in the Box Stadium, and of course, closing out at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
We had a huge turnout there. There's no doubt we got to go back. So definitely a demanded stadium event. So we obviously, of course, have to include Cincinnati in this tour without a doubt.
Beautiful.
Arena Tour. Ducky Threat Series. What do you got, Jake?
All right. Well, we're going to kick it off the same way Monster Jam did this year. Salt Lake City is going to be the first stop there. After that, we go to the home of Mario, Hidalgo, Texas. That's like his home show.
Yeah, we'll just leave.
Just leave.
Hidalgo.
Shut.
2-truck show.
2-truck show.
Y'all are toxic.
Dang. So I know it's Arena Tour, but we do have a couple speedways listed on here. After that, we have 2 stops in Florida. Then we travel across the country over to Salinas, California. That's going to be a fun stop. Eldora Speedway, right? Eldora Speedway.
Great to see Salinas back on the schedule. That I will say.
Yes.
Definitely a venue that I feel like we've been craving to go back to for a long time. Yeah, and like you were saying, Eldora, Rossburg, Ohio. Great to see Eldora up there as well.
The greatest dirt track ever. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's king.
Tacoma Dome. That is going to be a bigger size floor for these guys to show what they got. Did I not say it right?
No, you said it right. Becker's just being a
Toyota Tacoma.
Wait, is that where Tacoma? Oh, that's where the name came from.
Bro!
There it is. Yeesh.
There is a to be announced stop in here as well, so we're just gonna sneak something in on all three of these. After that whole arena in Idaho. If you haven't seen this arena, I'm not even going to bother to pronounce it. So,
Pocatello, Idaho, Holt Arena. Let me tell you, that's going to be a show, bro. That is going to be a show. And then closing out dirt track at Charlotte, Concord, North Carolina. There's no doubt. Like, you can't get a better arena tour, Ducky Threat tour than that. That's going to be insane. Definitely, a lot of times in a lot of tours, people look at arena tours as kind of being that sort of smaller tour that gets less, sort of attention. Let me tell you something. The venues that this tour is going to, I would low-key be jealous. There's a lot of great action that's going to come out of these tracks. A lot of great action going to come out of these venues. And with the roster that we have, we don't know what to expect. So it'll certainly be exciting. Ducky Threat Series, great to see the inaugural FMJ Ducky Threat Series for Season 12. We'll see what the future holds for Ducky Threat and for Season 12, of course. Now, as a part of our Q&A, we're going to have myself as well as Jacob Koss, Fluffy Ducky, Cameron Becker, LordDragonsFire, LaFenton 15, Damian Fenton. If you guys have any questions, leave your questions in general, and we will do our best to answer them. If we have an answer.
I'll join in too.
And Mario, yes, Mario as well.
Yes,
sorry, he's also hosting. Yes.
Okay, so there's one question from Fridge. Let's see what it is.
Okay, actually, I'm going to go ahead and answer our first question because I know damn well we're going to get it. When's the tour start?
Radio Demon exists because people have creative freedom to do whatever they want.
There he is.
Yo, yes.
When's tour start?
End of February.
Bingo.
Yeah, end of February is when the tour is going to be starting. And also, I forgot to clarify this. I wanted to in the beginning, but instead I was too busy trying to make cringy jokes for the tour. We are also, these lineups are subject to change. If we did get anything wrong, if your teammates are separated, if you have any questions on that, message me personally through Discord or wherever, and let me know what the concern is, and we will fix that and sort of take care of that for you. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know. And
actually, there is a question that I've actually seen up a couple times. Will there be substitutes? So like I know that there's a couple people not on the list, right? And like this is subject to change. If one of their trucks don't make it on the list, are they able to show up if no one else is? Kind of like a roaming driver in a sense, They pull up, they leave,
No, because if we have multiple, if there's teammates, so like basically, if you have teammates, but a teammate pairing on a different tour, then if someone doesn't show up and if you drive for them, then you're getting points as a drive. It would mess with points too much. Having you drive for somebody else is just not really ideal. It's not what we're going to be going for, because then depending on the tour scenario, if someone's not doing well, they could throw someone in who they believe is better and then try and sort of boost them up into a position that they shouldn't be in as a driver. Okay. Because when it comes down to the All-Star or the All-Star Challenge or Ducky Challenge as we've called it, or the World Finals or Fluffy Finals as we call it, we have to make sure that the drivers that are involved in those preliminary events deserve to be where they're supposed to be.
Dylan, quit spamming.
Please stop.
What else we got? Will 2021 be the best season for FMJ? Will you guys try to keep it going even more in the future? Good question from Goofy and Solo Cowboy. We have some plans for the future. We'll have to see what they sort of are a part of. Obviously, I mean, Jake, if you want to kind of speak on this, this is of course your tour. I know we have some things in the works, but nothing's set in stone. We're not entirely sure of everything, so.
I mean, I would like to do another season, yes, but it just depends on where we go and what happens.
So,
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's definitely going to be a season 13. One way or another, we're going to do it.
Without a doubt, sounds good.
What are you
Looking
most
for
hyped about? Honestly, what are we most hyped about?
Goodness. You mind if I go first on this one?
go ahead. Yeah, Fenton's the hype train.
Go for it. Go for it, Ben. Go for it.
Man. I'm actually hyped for every single. I'm hyped for everything because not only does the Arena Series, even though it has speedways, it has some of the most it has like the most rising stars. It's competitive in its own way. We know damn well there's probably going to be something as well added on with racing and freestyle. Because let's be honest, if we're going to a speedway and there ain't nothing that shows like a Red Oak Quad War show, hell, like legend cars, micro sprint. Listen, it's the opportunities are endless. We have all this stuff in store for you guys this season, and I hope that all of you guys love it. And don't even get me wrong, I'm not even going to be talking about myself now. I'm going to be talking about the stadium tours. Stadium tours are the most competitive tours I've seen in my entire Roblox Monster Jam career.
Yeah.
And I am proud to say that if I lose, I'm going to be happy losing.
And if I can express what I'm most hyped about, because it goes a lot of ways. So I've had the pleasure of helping with some of the tracks for this season. I haven't done all the tracks. I will say you're in for a treat. These are some of the most. It's a driver's course, and I want everyone to listen up here because normally in FluffyDuckie Monster Jam, it's pin it to win it on literally everything. You hit a jump, and then you could immediately circle back and hit another big jump, and you won't have to worry about falling off. This time, you have to take things cautiously. Like there's different ways of scoring. We're going to be judging on technicality and use of course. Like some of these jumps are going to be pretty thin to hit, and if you're just going to hit a full blast, you're going to fall off and mess up big time. Or it's literally going to be like a sea container and throw your. One thing I'm really happy about. I might not be hosting this season, but I am helping out in a good way. I have been experimenting and creating some of the most unique obstacles to add into freestyle. So we actually have campers that you can blow up through. We have sea containers you could smash through. The possibilities are going to be endless. So, like, if you get luck at the draw in the middle of your freestyle and a motorhome comes out, oh baby, that's going to be cool to see.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, I can tell you what, I mean, not to sound cliche, but I am excited about everything as far as the tour's legacy goes. It's cool to see that this tour kind of has done it all in the past 11 seasons, and we're carrying on kind of, we're branching off of season 11, learn from season 11, and we're bringing in season 12, kind of with, a different approach to it and, sort of the right approach and the right mindset. I'm excited for that to be, sort of the more refined tour. As big as this tour is, you want to keep a big tour running in some way, shape, and form like this. So that's kind of our goal here with that. But I do want to move on to a whole bunch of questions because while there's a lot of spam, there's also a lot of questions we're missing out on. And a couple of them are coming from Cool Corvette 63, asking if, as far as arena realism goes, a lot of rules around that. We do enforce realism within the tour. As far as wall hits go, we're going to be relatively relaxed with it, but we aren't going to just blow them off like it's nothing. As far as freestyles go, hang on one second. As far as freestyles go, it's not ideal to go out and do backflips off of jumps that aren't meant to be backflipped. For example, you don't want to backflip off of the racing lane side of a racing lane, or even the backside for that matter, because majority of them aren't big enough to do that. If something has not been done before in a truck, don't do it and expect to get away with it on the track for FMJ, if that makes sense. Go ahead.
The Roblox physics can mess you up pretty bad and make you do things that you don't intentionally do. We can see to it that there's obviously going to be things that are going to make the trucks do crazy stuff that you don't intentionally do. So if you do it, and we can point out that, hey, that was just Roblox physics, we just ignore the move that you did. As long as it wasn't like you pinning it full blast at the back of a racing lane and doing 50 backflips in the air. Then in that case, that's on you.
All right, we got another good one. is the rule from season 11, if you flip for 5, like if you flip it over, do you still have 5 seconds to save it?
Yes.
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 So
We were debating whether we should do it for 3 seconds, but to me personally, I think the 5 second rule worked out pretty well. It also works good when you drop food on the floor, but yeah, it's I mean, hey, you know, sometimes you sneeze and you hit a jump crooked. Yeah, you know. Got to cut somebody a break. At the end of the day, this tour's all about having fun. That's why we're all here. Heck, I've been doing this for 10 years myself, and this is 10 years in 2021. Like, it's freaking crazy, but we enjoy the hell out of it, and we are glad that everyone else here is enjoying it too. And hopefully, we sort of continue that going. You know, sort of continue with that. That's our goal. So,
do you see a question that's worth answering? Is what is one thing you hope this season will do better than last? Definitely, the actual administration portion of the tour. So last season, obviously, was the first time we came back to FMJ in years, and it was more or less an experiment of what we could possibly do with new physics, new trucks, and new drivers, and we weren't too familiar with everything. This season, we're hoping to make things more fair for everybody, keep things more organized, because everything was a mess last season. But as far as like judging goes, keeping racing brackets, we're trying to keep it more fair and consistent to get show flow going much quicker. So that's one thing I'm hoping for this season.
I got a question for you guys. Why is Mario listed as tour owner?
I own FMJ. Let's go.
That's toxic.
I'm just gonna fix that.
So
okay,
I found another good question here. Are mid-air backflips still allowed? No. Another good question. Here it is. By the Florida Kai Guy, driver of Carolina Reaper. What days are the events going to take place? Yeah, so this is important. Obviously, having every tour only like say if we ran the tour this way, where we would have like one tour designated to a certain day, we'd have to reorganize half the tours where everyone would be like, oh no, I can't show up because I'm doing soccer practice every Friday night or whatever, have a soccer game or something like that. We can't, you know, we're not gonna
soccer game.
That's kind of what I say too. But you know, at the end of the day, we all have other obligations outside of this. So the best way that we're going to be doing this is we're going to make it free range, where we might take turns on having events Fridays, Saturdays, or Sundays. As far as the stadium tours go, we're only going to have one stadium tour event every weekend. As far as the Ducky Threat Series goes, that's going to be a little different.
Oh, I could explain that if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead, by all means.
So,
but real quick though, the stadium tours, we are going to be having them on just different days every week. It's not going to be like Sunday night or Saturday night or Friday night every weekend. Although we would like to have it that way, we just can't because of everyone, especially our administration, all of us, we're all really, really busy from time to time. So we have to make sure that, you know, we can make time at different times for everybody if certain people have a fixed schedule when it comes to work or school, etc.
So there was actually something. So actually, going off of that, there might be some shows where we have more than one show on the same day. It's bound to happen. You know, there'll be a doubleheader one day. There might be a single event another day, and then we might have like an entire weekend. So who knows? Also, this is actually a question for us. This is from Billy. What do you guys think is the most unique truck that will be in season 12?
Oh, all right, we'll go down the line.
There's so many.
We'll go down the line.
So many.
There's been a lot of unique trucks created for this season so far. We have, I believe, around 90 trucks out of 108. So if you're one of those people that haven't sent your body into me, just send it into me and we'll take care of it for you here. Jake, most unique truck in the tour so far. What do you got?
I think I'm definitely going to have to go with the return of Southern Snake. I mean, that truck is just gorgeous, and it's on
number 14.
Yeah, it's on old Gravedigger number 14. So
I love that chassis. Gonna run good.
It fits so well with the chassis. The truck looks beautiful and just handles like a dream. So I'm really excited to see him back in action. So, what's your favorite, Cameron?
Honestly, it's really tough. Like, even like the most simplistic trucks like pickups and everything, if I had to go for a standard pickup, it's pickup or an SUV, honestly, I really love the simplicity of Gordo Quake. But as far as a concept goes, or something,
USHRA.
Oh, right. Jesus. If I had to pick probably my favorite out of any of the bunch, I obviously can't speak for my own creations, but I really love Billy's truck, Surf and Turf.
Yes.
That I love the style of it. The paint flows with it perfectly.
Fenton, what do you got, brother?
Texas Stallion.
Really?
Off rip. Yes. Listen. It's not every day where you see something on a 2 Extreme PEI where the shocks are going out of the truck. Okay? There's only one other truck in this tour that does it, and it's a custom truck. But honestly, there's nothing as original as this, in my opinion. It's like when I look at Texas Stallion, I just think of something you would like. It's something you would see at a legitimate like arena or like a legitimate fairground in 2021.
I feel you there. Yeah.
It's got everything it needs. Honestly, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, there's no denying that, and that is a unique truck as far as overall goes, without a doubt. I mean, I get exactly what you're saying. It's a really cool truck. It's unique. Favorite truck that you've seen so far? Which, by the way, you still got to send your truck body in, homeboy. But anyways, go ahead.
I know. I think my truck's pretty good. Okay, no, I really love Color Rush. That's a pretty nice looking truck, which will be driven by Adrian.
PPG Paints.
What?
Yes, sir. PPG Paints Color Rush.
Oh yeah, that's really it's a really good body, and I can't see that on the track.
Got you there, no doubt.
Will, what's your favorite truck? Oh wait.
FMJ. Wait, how comes our boy Amir is in here and he's able to talk?
Oh, I'm on push to talk.
Oh, yo, what's up, G?
Nothing much, just chilling. How are you all?
Hey,
straight up.
We got Q&A going.
Yeah. Now that he's talking, honestly, Delinquent's a pretty good looking truck. I love the ghetto-ness of it.
Dang, you're not wrong. That's what
ghetto truck for a ghetto individual. You know, it's just first to first.
No.
The only problem is I can't read the logo.
Everyone says it says Dogger, and I'm like, nah, I can't see it. Like every time I look at it, it says Delinquent to me.
I don't see it. What I'm looking forward to. I want to see what these all the trucks that we don't currently have. I want to see what they look like. But I'm also really anticipating Steel Dragon's new paint scheme because Jax is doing it. It looks so sweet.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I got my favorite here real quick. I gotta say this, and it would be toxic if I didn't, but it would be toxic if I do. I'm gonna go with Blown Wages.
God.
That was, and hear me out on this. This was again kind of like Tombstone, another late night project between Fenton and I. We were up at like 2 a.m. working on this one. It was along with Ethan, and I think Ethan was drunk too. I don't remember.
No, Ethan wasn't drunk. None of us were not intoxicated at the time.
Well, anyways, we came up with basically Becker came up with the name for this truck for Easy Engram, and we were like, well, what can we do with this? I like Becker's idea, but we needed that sort of truck that was just basically that one truck that someone had sitting in a garage for 9 years that they dug out of the dust because they finally cleaned it out after their wife died. And we straight up just went in, reworked some welding, put in some old, butterfly headers on it, dug out the old body, put a fresh trap on it, called it a day. Like this truck was basically put together with spit, duct tape, wire ties, just like just like Team Scream Racing. And that's what I love about it. It just looks so authentic. It looks legit.
Yeah.
It's also got that Mark Galloway Cyclone body on it. You can't go wrong with that thing, man. That thing's a hot rod and a beast.
I'm just saying, bonus points if someone will drive that. The driver of Blown Wages shows up to the event dressed as Mark Galloway and drives for the entire event.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
not even kidding. That would be the meme of the year.
I can give you some more Galloway avatars if you want.
Get with the driver.
Yes.
All right.
Get with the driver.
So
I bet.
moving on with questions here. Will mobile players be able to join games? Absolutely. All 4 platforms that Roblox is accessible to, all the games you'll be able to play even on Xbox or whatever they got. Console, we're good. Pit party, 3-hour pit parties. We're not going to be doing any pit parties, but we're going to be going back to the old days between season 1 and season 10, where we meet at the all-new Duck in the Box restaurant an hour before the event starts. That's how all 3 tours are going to operate. You go in there, you grab a bite, hang out with your friends before the show. That's the best way to do it. That's the best we've done it before. Trying the pit party thing, it was a cool concept, but it's just with the way the tours are, that's a lot of stuff that we have to take care of. So Duck in the Box is just kind of the tradition of the tour. It's going to be great to sort of go back to the roots that way. For our little like sort of pre-show ritual, I guess.
Now I do have a question on that topic.
Yo.
So say I get internet within that time. What we could do is every weekend for the shows we could have 2 trucks from that series displayed out in front.
Yeah, we're gonna have
point leaders.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna have the points leader, like the top 5 in points, be displayed at Duck in the Box restaurant every week. So that'll be kind of a cool way to sort of see who's in the top 5 in each tour. We're also going to feature the competition winners on the other side of the parking lot from the previous weekend as well. That's kind of the way we're going to sort of operate it, possibly. But we're going to be doing stuff like that with it. So it'll be sort of, we're going to keep the energy fresh, of course, the Duck in the Box with all of that. So kind of bringing more purpose and more life to that place. It's always great. So
I got one for that too.
Yo, shoot.
Will there be quesadillas?
Okay, I'm gonna start music.
No. We gotta add quackadillas.
Quackadillas.
I'm gonna serve me both of these kids in a second. Anyway, so there was a question that I saw. Okay, it was for us guys. It was So we have a lot of new drivers and a lot of new trucks. What do you expect from the rookies?
Well,
I honestly I don't know what to expect. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, it's like the thing is, when it comes to rookies, it's kind of like real life driving. It's also kind of like any form of motorsport. You get out there and you're behind the wheel, or you're behind the trigger, or you're behind the keyboard of something. Sometimes you got it, other times you don't. Other times it will come to you over time. With rookies, I mean, there's some out here. I'll tell you, one of them in particular is Tristan Reaper Buckethead. That dude is straight up nuts, and he's driving on a freaking iPad. Like, the dude is ballistic. He will probably destroy you even if you have like a $1,300 computer like I do. It's crazy. The kid is nuts. Yeah, Tristan Reaper. I said it. Only because I work with him at FMJU, and the man is crazy. But he's not going to be the only one that's going to be a rookie driver that's going to be nuts. There's a lot of them.
There's a couple of guys that I actually went and brought from a racing. There was a decent number, and hey, shut up over there. Anyway, and so like I was saying, a majority of them already have some experience with just driving a Roblox monster truck, mainly at either Insane Stunt Co. or whatever TJ's. Whatever the federation is, I don't remember the name. But honestly, they've done that. They've been to Destroyer Motorsports. They've been to that compound here and there, and I'm honestly optimistic about this. I hope that I brought in some of the best racers out there. I'm hoping that they actually give all y'all a chance.
Oh yeah, and I got a couple of them on my team. Amir's obviously in here, driver of Delinquent. So
yeah,
that's my boy. That's my boy right there. He'll be in the Ducky Thread Arena series. That'll be cool to see. I think he'll do well.
Don't forget your Bay City bomber, Austin 25M.
Austin 25M, Austin Mitchell. We threw him in Stadium Tour 1, as well as my teammates AJ and Caden with Warhawk and Red Thunder. And I'll tell you what, Austin will be one to watch. I'm honestly scared of him. If I wasn't on his team, I'd be scared of him. He was just doing everything right out at the compound. So I'll tell you straight up, he's gonna be one to watch, especially in racing and freestyle, without a doubt. I mean, he's gonna be a contender all around. As long as
No. Panda's gonna win.
Let me tell you something. Panda's got a lot of cool trucks too. I will say they got a lot of neat trucks. You got Joey up. You got Joey and Time Bomb. That dude right there is he's the future, bro. Straight up. He's like Chase Elliott. Yeah, especially in freestyle. I mean, it may not come right away, but I will tell you, he is on his way. He is, without a doubt.
Pepperoni and cheese, baby.
He's gonna be goated. He will be goated. You watch, Fenton. I guarantee in a year or two, he will smoke you in a race just like me.
Funny guy.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it. You heard it here, folks.
I will
First
say,
Flyers, man.
I do have a lot of high hopes for a lot of the rookies on this tour. We got a lot of people who've never competed in FMJ before, and then rookies who have. Like, for instance, Goofy competed in FMJ before, but this is the season where he's going to try to step up his game and do a little better, make a name for himself. And then you got people like Radio Demon who've never competed in FMJ before. I have high hopes for him as well. And then you have people who have never competed in Rome J at all. I'm talking about my teammate for the season, The Mountain in Mountain Smite. He has never competed in an event once in his life. I've been trying to teach him the ropes and trying to get him on training to drive. He's showing some promise, but he's still very... He's exactly what a lot of you would be if you got on Roblox for the first time and just didn't start a truck and just started driving. I honestly encourage a lot of people to encourage him to do better, give him pointers on how to do better, and show real sportsmanship. Like,
this is for MJ. We have egos. When have we ever done that?
Well,
Fenton's right.
Yeah, but we can obviously turn the page on that, you know. And I see what Becker's saying, you know. Like, you know, when it comes to winning a race, obviously, you know, when you pull up to the line against certain people, you know, at least for me, I kind of feel like, okay, I may have a good chance against this guy, but this other guy not so much. You know, and if you see someone really struggling that isn't having seat lag issues or didn't flip or something, you know, just give them pointers if you can. I know me, you know, I've been doing ROMJ for 10 years. Like, I'll give that'll be good for everybody there. But yeah, we're like, I've been trying to, that was sort of my way to sort of reach out to people that just maybe want pointers or just want to see what somebody else has to say about how they drive, you know? And sometimes you need that. Sometimes you want that. Sometimes that'll help your ego. Other times it'll hurt your ego, but it'll help you as a driver overal. So at the end of the day,
if I could finish my statement real quick here. At the end of the day, this tour is meant to be fun. If you're shooting someone down because they did something you didn't like, or they beat you in a competition and you didn't agree with it, don't be that guy. Seriously, this is meant to be fun. Obviously, you know, there's like competition and rivalry. Like Fenton, I do want you to be my biggest rival this season. Fuck you. Anyway,
it's okay. I'll just see you. No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a second. If you're gonna start calling me out now, you know damn well it's gonna be real funny when I'm probably in the third round of semifinals, and you're over there still in round one with seat lag.
Example.
No.
I'm trying to make an example here.
How about you both?
You're making an example. I'm gonna use you as an example. See the difference there?
Popcorn, $1.50 a piece. Come get it well taught.
It's cool to have a rivalry, but if you're just being, I don't want that in here. And
yeah, man.
And honestly, Mario, I swear to God, I'll send you right back over that fucking. Anyway.
Okay.
That's toxic.
We're gonna be watching everyone and how they treat each other. Like, if you're continuously causing problems in every tour, making it not fun for somebody, someone quits because you know you're just being an. You're just gonna get banned, and I don't really want to do that, but that's how we'll end up. Just have fun, be respectful to people, have some competition, but just don't be a dickhead.
In
That's all
addition,
happening.
we're gonna call out. We're gonna add another call out channel. And we're gonna call it the biz. Sometimes call outs are a little extreme. Hashtag where's the beef? All right.
I think it's not beef because every time people were just posting pictures of beef in there for God's sakes. That's why I changed it to call out center.
Wow.
Pictures of
But
beef.
beef is kind of, but it's girthy.
Beefaroni.
Still though, I go in there to see who's gonna be competing against somebody else, and it's just pictures of everyone's beef collection.
But it looks good. At least it's good looking beef.
You ain't wrong.
No,
You ain't
let's
wrong.
be real. Let's be real.
We got
Nobody
Bessie
was
on one loaf. We got
nobody was
Earl on
posting.
another.
Nobody was posting. We just got a nice
My
picture
favorite.
of an Arby's sandwich. Like, bro, that's a good day. You feel me? Like, yeah, like this. Like Tristan just posted. Look at that steak, bro. There was a steakhouse that I was at one time that just, it was a 10-ounce steak. It wasn't the biggest steak on the planet, but my God, was it freaking good. It looks
If it ain't
just
a
like
pound, I
that.
don't care for it.
Do we need a channel just for food?
Yes, we're gonna have to. We're gonna
My
have to.
badass agrees.
Hey, Darius, Mike has a
beef
question
allowed
for
with the
you.
exception of duck meat because we don't want to offend a certain person.
Oh no.
Okay, so let's.
Duck sauce.
All right, now do we have any?
Off the forehead?
Do we have any predictions for each series?
Ooh.
And I kind of saw Tristan mention this earlier about as far as having top fives go. As far as like who would be our top 5 picks. Jake, since you're hosting the Yellow Stadium Tour, who do you have for potentially the Stadium Tour? For Stadium Tour Yellow here. Do we have the hang on, let's get the individual graphics here that Nick created if we have them somewhere.
Thank you, Nick.
Are they all updated?
Administration.
Yeah, we'll go on the FMJ admin chat here. Yeah, you guys get a sneak peek on the FMJ admin chat.
Uh-oh.
All right, so the Yellow Tour. Here's what we got. This is our sort of here. I'll copy this and I'll put it in PowerPoint here. I'm all about them PowerPoint slides, straight up.
So looking at.
PowerPoint.
Oh,
All right, so here's for Stadium Tour 1.
All right. Cool, look at that transition.
Yeah, hang on. Let's get this transition in here. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So here we go. Stadium Tour Yellow. What do you got, Jake?
What am I picking for this?
Top 5, yeah.
Blown wages.
Let's go!
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think your top 5 is probably that between the first and second row right there. I mean, you got Red Thunder, TNT, and not Party Animal, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Too bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be your top 3 as it was last season. I mean, be a rivalry right there.
Anthony and Beast Mode is going to be one to watch. As long as he shows up, he's going to have a huge target on his back, let me tell you. And I'll be the first one to put that target on his back. But not for real, though. He when freestyle, he's won a lot of freestyle events last season. He's won Tampa. I know him in particular. But I know he's won more than just Tampa as well. So he'll definitely be one to watch and one to be afraid of if you pull up to the line against Beast Mode. Noah Clifton and Jack Jumper's also been a rising star as of late, especially in Insane Stunt Co. He'll be one to watch in that custom Jack Jumper kangaroo monster truck. Beautiful looking beast as well, built by Ethan Massey.
Beast Sting is going to be one to watch as well. I mean, he's pulled off some crazy runs in Insane Stunt Co. lately, and the Still Body Dragon Ford exhibition event. That was pretty wild.
No doubt, no doubt.
They're going to hate me for saying this, but I would just like to point out that we have Mutant Zoomies in the Reckon Weekend and Jam Customs in Desert Thunder.
Oh, wow.
So that's going to
on
be
the same
battle.
tour.
Oh, wow.
be pretty
An artist
cool.
battle.
Yes.
There's also me and Darius on the same tour. Truck design battle. Have fun.
Yes, sir. Pappy Graphics versus Cohen's Creations. Yes,
Oh yeah, and I
sir.
guess Leduc Customs also exists.
Yep. Yeah, we have a lot of our trucks that we built in this tour. Actually, there's a few from mine, but I'm going to be building the entire solo cowboy team. I'm working on those right now as we speak, actually. I know I built a few as far as, I know I built, obviously, Blown Wages and Beast Mode. Those two pop out, of course, in my mind. My teammates, of course, Solo Cowboy team. And I know, Jax, you built, obviously, you have your truck. You have Hayes, Silver Bullet, Marietta Scorcher, I think you built Insanity, right? No.
Yeah. Leduc and I also collabed on Cyclone, if you want to count that.
Yeah,
I did
and Cyclone as well. Yeah, we built a lot. I know Becker has Beasting in this tour as well. That's obviously one of the more well-known custom 3D body trucks that's in the tour. So, obviously seeing that truck in, a stacked lineup like this, he definitely would be adding to that sort of stacked mentality that Stadium Tour 1 has.
Two newcomers in this tour. I'm kind of interested to see how they do with it.
I'm sure they'll pull a few rabbits out of their hat.
Yeah, I believe it's their first season for both of them, so that's gonna be pretty exciting to watch.
Sorry. Quiet. I'll be quiet.
And like I said earlier, Savage Warfare, one of my old customs from 2015, finally making the return in 2021 with brand new driver Austin 25M. As far as rookies go, I think is at least for this tour, if not tour-wide, potential rookie of the year, no doubt. I think he'll be in the mix up top a lot quicker than we think. So the competition is spread out between both stadium tours so equally to the point where we can't really pick and choose who's going to be at the top. We know who was up top last season in both tours, throughout both stadium tours and even the arena tour, but with everybody else coming in with some newcomers, that's going to shake up a lot of what we already know. So it'll be exciting to see what comes out of all of that.
Plus, I mean, we got M-Town Police, Warhawk, and Insanity returning. Well, it was Reverse Mayhem, but they're all returning for their second season. So
Insanity is the first season.
Straight up.
Honestly, there's a lot of interesting drivers that I can point out. You obviously the top row, that is probably the most competitive row I've ever seen in a tour. All four of those drivers have the potential to sweep the entire thing. But there's actually a rivalry that I'm looking forward to seeing. If one of them could get out of their seat lag and the other one could get out of his ego, Beasting and Warhawk would be a great competition. It'll be a good rivalry.
Oh, 100% agree. Oh, yeah.
Because they're literally best buds outside of the game, but inside, they're going to be out to get each other.
They butt heads. They do butt heads in game, but it's obviously good to see.
But you also got freaking Billy and Surf and Turf. He's pretty okay. I'm excited to see what he can do. But
beautiful truck as well. If you haven't seen it,
but I really
pretty okay. He has a shot to win the series. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry.
Yeah, and of course I'm looking forward to finish this off. The newcomer Kai and Carolina Reaper. I'm curious to see how he'll do. I mean, he's played the game before. He's used to compete a long time ago, and he came back and he's gonna be competing with us again. And then you got Noah Clifton and Jack Jumper. This tour yellow is just stacked.
Subboys Dr. Feelgood as well. I mean, those are two of the massive motorsports drivers there. Those two mean business, so
yes,
they'll definitely be a threat.
It is on with them.
All right, so moving on. So now, Jake, since you went first for the tour you're hosting, since I'll be hosting this tour, you'll be driving in this one. I'll give you my top 5 predictions here for Stadium Tour 2, Stadium Tour Yellow, that is. Orange. Sorry, holy jump by it. All right, so for Stadium Tour Orange, Stadium Tour number 2, we have a lot of veteran drivers here, which are going to potentially be a lot of dark horses. It's cool to see guys like Blue Gator 1 and Blue Blood back. Interested to see what he's going to have in store. But I will say for top 5 predictions, MJ Pence Fan 64 Penrite Templar. Great to see him in a new ride and a new team and a new attitude this season. I think he'll be a potential top 5 candidate, as well as Cameron Becker and Steel Dragon, followed by Damian Fenton and Crash Course. If he can pull enough rabbits out of his hat, no doubt he could take this easy. But also, you can't count out Annihilator down there in the corner as well. He had a lot of great events that he participated in last season for season 11. And I guess my last one I would have to add to this list, Mike Boland, Dust Devil. He's sort of a dark horse as well. A lot of guys know him for being one of the creators for Outlaw Motorsports. He will definitely be a huge threat to this tour as well.
I might just be stupid, but I didn't see my name on any of those things.
Which truck are you?
Delinquent.
Arena
Oh
tour.
yeah, no, you're on the arena tour. This is only the second one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we already went through like the initial presentation. We're just reviewing the lineups right now. But yeah, you're on the third one here. This is the second one. You good?
Box.
Anyways, anybody else got anything to add for Orange Tour? This one's gonna be definitely interesting, as well as Hotshot. I completely forgot about Hotshot. He finished top 5 in points last season.
Jacob, you got to say?
Bailey, so
You got to pick?
There's a lot of, I mean, just like the other one, there's a lot of good picks on this one.
the fact that I forgot to mention Color Rush too. Wow, I'm toxic, bro. Yeah, like that's the thing. You look at this tour, it's like, man, like you're like, oh crap, I forgot about him, forgot about this person, that person. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah.
There's so many
Buckethead, Color Rush. Yeah. Rocket Force, obviously our former champion in last season, or the former world champion, of course, winning racing and winning the inaugural Ducky Challenge.
Yeah.
Ducky Superdome. Can't forget that.
You unintentionally put in another matchup, like in the other one, you have the fight between two graphic designers, you have the fight between two artists. In this one, you got the fight for two bodybuilders. Me versus Trent. Steel Body Forge versus Asians Creations.
Interesting.
I can't wait for that rivalry.
Can't count out Mike in that because he does a lot of replica bodies for OMC. So,
well, Mike is more. Mike is more with the decals than anything.
True.
But, I mean,
as far as body creations, that is true. You're right.
Pretty beautiful Devastator.
That is true.
Trent Shaw. He is the most consistent driver I've seen. He does exactly the same thing every show. He does equally as good.
He's the biggest crybaby also.
Dang!
Ouch.
I mean,
calling him out. Crash course into the storm. Straight up rivalry. If I don't match this up as a first race for round one, I'm doing something wrong.
He's super consistent. He just has to turn the switch and try to get a little bit quicker. Because honestly, he doesn't do too bad or too good. He's like in the middle, and he does that every show. I feel like if he can step up his game and get consistent with a faster run time, he might be a threat in racing. I know he can throw down in freestyle. I've seen him do that, but he'll be good there. Nick, I mean, he's an old guy, but he did pretty well last season with Twister. I could see him do pretty well this season. Of course, you have Bad Boy and all the other veterans who've run this tour before, like Tristan will be a threat in Rocket Force. But you also have got, let's look here, Buckethead running, like you said, he's running on a tablet. And I seen him at Destroyer Motorsports doing moonwalks and literally riding moonwalks for like an hour.
Better than me. And I'm not the best at it, but I mean, I know I can put one up on a decent moonwalk, but I just bought a brand new $1,300 computer this year, and Homeboy's already slaying me on two wheels, so it's freaking nuts.
And then we have the battle between memes. We have Mariachi and the Box.
You cannot forget, here's a picture of Tony Hawk either. Homeboy straight up tripping.
That's the battle of the memes right there. But of course, you can't forget the icon, Jacob Koss and Duck Luck. I feel like Jacob and Nick Migas, that's going to be a good show too. If Jacob ain't lagging anyway, like there's a reason why it's called Duck Luck. He either lags out and can't do nothing, or he literally is just like, where the hell did that come from?
Where'd that come? Yeah. I also would like to point out I actually messed up, and I thought Asian was in Insanity. He's actually in Demoniac. So the logos look really similar. I'm sorry.
What did I say?
All right, and of course we'll take a quick look. 24 trucks, 24 interesting rides here as well. Top 5 picks, Fenton. This is your tour. You're in Mario, so what do you guys got? All right, good talk. So I'm gonna have to say, I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't want to go first. Why don't you guys go first on this one?
Honestly, I think that's you said it best. Really, without even trying, it's hard to pick.
It is hard to pick.
I feel like all this could be equally as good. I really don't see anyone who's better than the others. Honestly, this is probably the most equal tour.
I agree. Yeah. There's some newcomers, but we're familiar with some of the newcomers in this tour, and some of them coming from road racing backgrounds. Obviously, Texas Stallion and Crazy 8 being two of them, just as an example. New guys coming in, driving American Skull, Delinquent, Tombstone,
Rat's Nest been running Rat's Nest been running an Insane Stunt Coast, so at least he's got some shows under his belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, straight up.
How about Underdog Mentality and Four Wheel Frenzy? They actually have a season under their belt, but they're kind of ahead of the game against the rest of these guys in this tour.
Yeah, they're going to have a little bit of an edge as far as experience goes, but then again, we never know. We also can't forget Mythical Saki and Orbital Revenge, too, because he's also been a veteran, but not quite in FMJ, but I think there'll definitely be a few good competitors. Can't forget our boy Amir and Delinquent either. We'll see what he has as far as rising star characteristics go behind the wheel. But there's a lot that we don't know of. We don't know what to expect out of this group, so we'll be excited to see what they all have.
The name Delinquent fits me well, kind of. Well, that's what the Destroyer said. Darius, shoot.
Yes, sir. It does, man. It's a cool ride. It's a cool truck.
It is a cool truck.
Can't go wrong with an El Camino body. I dig it.
Oh my goodness, dude.
All right, so let's take a look here. I know that segment took a little while. What else we got as far as questions go? I think it just became a meme fest.
Yeah. Any more questions, Jill? I mean,
anyone got something? I mean, I got all night. So.
I mean, if you guys ever have any other questions, obviously feel free to reach out to any of us. Where will World Finals be at?
Oh yeah, there you go.
So yeah, this is an answer that I can have for this. Fluffy Finals 12 is going to be at the all-new Sam Boyd Stadium 2.0. Interesting approach there, calling it 2.0. It's going to be a custom modernized Sam Boyd Stadium. Basically, just a lot of unique fantasy upgrades to the already currently existing, soon to be torn down Sam Boyd Stadium. So it'll be an exciting event without a doubt. As far as the venue goes, you don't want to miss it because it's freaking sick. That's about all we can say at this point. There's a few plans for that, but we'll have to keep some of those under wraps for the time being.
Oh, there you go. There's another good question.
How the track configuration works? Same for each. Yeah, so every track, and this is gonna be great news for everybody. Every track will be completely different for every tour. However, I know Bandit Speedway, Mythic Speedway, and Tampa, at least. Yeah, there will be one Tampa show will be the same for both tours. Bandit Speedway will be the same track. And there will be a custom events that'll be the same track from one tour to the next, because there are certain tracks that we know a lot of people would be upset to miss. So we wanted to make sure we incorporate those very exciting racing styles. So we will be incorporating those in both tours. But yeah, every track for every event for every tour will be different.
Are we doing color coding or no?
We are color coding the tarp or the shipping containers, but other than that, some of the tracks might be color coded, but others are going to be custom. That way, it keeps the sort of energy fresh from tour to tour, if that makes sense for all of y'all.
Depends on our funding for that show.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
What is the craziest moment from any season you've seen?
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Craziest moment from any tour.
Is like the most recent was last year, so we have to try to remember from like a million years ago.
Craziest moment? How rigged Still Dragon was in season 5.
Facts!
Come on, man.
Facts! Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it? Do I need to say it?
Okay, so
Cleveland, baby! You know you... All right.
So let me actually touch up on this. I didn't believe it until I somehow managed to take a cylinder truck and do a consecutive backflip with it. When one backflip was hard enough. Pretty sure that was Ducky Dome, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
off the middle obstacle.
Oh yeah, that was a good looking track. I mean, I guess we could go to just what was our favorite of last season, since it's been forever. But
all right, I'm back. I didn't leave forever.
What would your guys' be your favorite moment from last season?
I wouldn't be able to really recall last season because my internet issues pretty much kept me out the entire season.
Yeah, that's my favorite moment.
I mean, I could say my favorite moment was when Eli left the tour, but we don't have to talk about that.
Oh no!
My favorite memory, honestly, was to see Joey win in Time Bomb and Freestyle Cincinnati. That track was cool. That event, even though we're not going to have big events with probably 36 people in the tour, obviously. I mean, we have 42 people per tour, but of course, not everybody is going to be able to show up for every single event. But as far as the overall freestyle competition goes, with it being so big and to see just the youngest buck out of them all show up and win, like that was a cool moment, because we always, it's always cool to see that someone you don't expect to come out on top actually, conquer the top and then get, sort of that win. And by the way, that also raises another huge point. So as far as the point series goes, obviously it's not, we saw who's going to get in as far as points for Fluffy Finals and whatnot. We are not going to go off of a win in your in basis like before.
Oh, yeah, it's all strictly points. Which I gotta say, last season, I mean, yeah, we got off to a kind of slow start. We didn't know what we were quite doing at first, but towards the end, where we had that battle each week between Party Animal, Red Thunder, and yourself, that was quite a sight to be able to watch.
That definitely got wild, yeah.
Honestly, I do think I can recall a couple of favorites. Honestly, I think my favorite was actually getting into season 5 as my first FMJ season. And back then, RoMJ's got like the toxicity and people will like shoot down on newbies, I was the newbie in that tour.
I'm sorry.
And I remember getting shot down a lot. A lot of people were saying, you're not going to get very far. And I showed them up, somehow got into Fluffy Finals, and then absolutely blew Fluffy Finals. So anyway, every season, every Fluffy Finals, I would like do a couple of hits in freestyle or one hit, and it would just be done.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Last season, my truck was broken, so I literally did a 2-hit wonder. This season's going to be different.
So will all events or some events be streamed or recorded? With the way the format goes, we're not entirely sure. We may be able to do that. I might actually be able to do some recording myself, especially if I'm able to go to the Ducky Thread Arena Series events. May not be all of them, but it'll certainly be some of them I might be able to record. We'll have to see what happens there.
If I get my internet going, I'll fire up the old Elgato and record some stuff too.
Oh,
just don't record with a damn potato, and we good. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know my setup, guy.
I know.
I mean, I'm probably the cheapest. I'm still running friggin' Bandicam or whatever the hell.
I use OBS. We could have interviews as far as after wins go if we want to in the Discord channel. That'll be kind of up to the host of whichever.
If you win, maybe.
Yeah, if you win, you get an interview. Yeah.
We usually do interviews like at Duck in the Box or like right before an event, just to see where everyone's mindset is.
Yeah, we can do that.
Build the hype. Holy cow, we've been running.
To answer your question real quick, Mr. Bubba Basher. So the story behind my truck, it's odd really, because Adam J. Fox. A lot of people might not remember Adam J. Fox except the veterans, but he was a guy who competed in FMJ a long time ago.
The good old Usher.
Me being a noob, I was back then. I was trying to get into FMJ, and I was pestering him a lot, making customs to try, like, please him and say, "Yeah, you think I could run this?" And he's like, "You know what? That truck, it looks good, but it sounds disgusting." My first custom was called Toxic Venom. It was going to be a snake-themed truck. He said the name sounded disgusting, so I literally sat there for like a week trying to figure out a name for a truck. I have an amusement park here in Erie, PA, and we have a roller coaster called Steel Dragon. I'm like, you know what? The concept of a dragon is really cool. And then, like, the next day, I watched Rockstar, which is a Mark Wahlberg movie, and the band that he plays for is called Steel Dragon. And I'm like, this is a sign, dude. So I just kept thinking of concepts for Steel Dragon and just developed it over time.
Very nice.
But no, Feld can't copyright me because Steel Dragon was first. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We got any more?
Honestly, it's
if you guys think of any other questions, like I said, reach out to any of us at any time. If it's of course worth noting to everybody, we will of course notify that and it'll be anonymous. So just
fiber sounds like a good idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Can we do Jeremy? Because we also we'll most likely be doing at least interviews for some people or whenever we have, before the shows, after wins, etc. Oh man. Alrighty, folks. I think we're just about finished here for our FMJ 2021 season kickoff. I know that was a long one, and we tend to sort of have a huge meeting. Yeah, absolutely.
So earlier, you guys had the question of what are you most excited about? And
what do we got?
Well, we've been at this for like ever. I mean, the tour started back in 2011. We stopped for a little bit in 2016, brought it back last year with season 11. We're going in at 12 seasons on this thing. And honestly, I never dreamed of it being this big. It was just the good old, hey, let's have some fun on a weekend. But honestly, I think what I got to say is I'm really excited. I mean, I never expected 3 tours. And, I mean, we got some hella help this season. So I think what I'm really excited about is just seeing everybody. Like, we have over 100 people. And that, to me, is just really crazy to think about. That I don't know, but we got all.
Yeah, it's just cool to see this tour be as big as it is and have the respect that it's always sort of deserved. Because I mean, when you look back, like you said, this is season 12 seasons. Like that's unheard of. That's crazy talk,
Yeah.
And and no matter what time you join the tour, whether this is your first season or your 9th, 10th, or 11th, or even 12th season, it's it's something special, and it's cool because it just turns out that having fun on a Friday night at 4 p.m. like we used to do in like season 4 and 5 and whatever. At 4 or 5 in the evenings every Friday night we'd have events, and it's just it's cool to see that after all of those times when we were just 10 or 12 of us, on an old free model stadium track, that hey, this is what it turned into. It's just cool to look back on that and see where it's at now. And it's cool to say that FMJ's kind of seen it all, but we've been through it all. The tour ran a lot with cylinder tire monster trucks, and now we're using OMC chassis that are straight top notch all the way to the top as far as handling characteristics go. As far as the tracks go, they're built specifically for FMJ only. It's crazy, and it's really cool to see the evolution, and cool to see that FMJ has it has the history of being the small tour that was meant to be fun, and now it's the big tour that is competitive but with the same sort of fun mentality that we've always had from the tour from the very beginning. So
I'm really excited to see what happens this season with all our new faces, all our veterans, whatever. I'm just happy everybody's here. I mean, it's going to be a wild season.
I know that this was a tour that I've always looked up to, even like way back when. Like when I first got on Roblox, the first thing I popped into a game was a Gravedigger cylinder truck made by Jacob Koss, FluffyDuckie, and then got the chance to compete. But even like after a long hiatus of like a couple of years and then going back to season 11, seeing this many people still interested in this tour and so passionate about competing,
it's incredible.
Like, that makes me so happy because like for something that is as old as this tour, you feel, there's a lot of tours that have fallen out. Like you had the Spyclops tour, you had freaking Monster Rams, for God's sakes, you had Roblox Pizza Man, and of course, well, I don't want to name any bad tours, anything related to Colt. Yeah, those tours are bad.
We don't talk about that. It's not. They're not. Listen, like I won't bash on Colt. The man tried. I don't have anything bad to say actually about him. I never really did, but I know some people. I mean, no matter what, the history is the past is the past. I know I made my joke about NMJ earlier in the presentation. That was meant to be taken as lightly as possible. It's just to add some witty fun to what people are looking forward to. But no, like this isn't like our tour. Like we're not like this is sort of essentially became a friend group that we've had for so many years that we sort of kind of created this tour together, and it just always meant a lot to us, and it's cool to see that it means a lot to a lot of other people. So
our friendship has basically been because of this tour.
I mean, essentially.
Like,
we've all met up at different places all over the country. Like we've gone to Vegas how many times, Jacob? Like we went out there 3 times to see each other, 3 or 4 times. We went to Orlando. Like you all make it happen.
My butt finally got out of bed and went down to Vegas in 2019 for All-Star. I was like, yeah, that was about time. I wish I would have been there years ago with y'all, but
and now look, everyone's coming up to my freaking hometown this summer.
Oh yeah,
let's go. All right, well, everybody, we want to thank every single one of you for coming out here and checking out the Kickoff show. More news and other upcoming stuff as far as organizing the tour goes here on Discord. We will be organizing people into individual Discord rankings as far as what tour you're in. So just stay tuned for that because we're obviously going to be making a few changes to the lineups. Not many, so don't expect to be moving around because you want to, only because if there's teammate reasons, that's the only way people are going to be moved around within the tour. Other than that, stay tuned. There will also be some track sneak peeks and venue sneak peeks coming up as well. That'll all be sort of on Instagram. I know I posted one about Hawaii earlier on a couple weeks ago. So stay tuned for more of that. You will definitely be seeing a lot more of that as we get all of the trucks ready and all of the tracks and stadiums completed. Keep in mind, if you have not sent in your truck body yet, please send it to me personally on Discord as soon as you can. Sooner the better. No rush, but just get it. Just get it in. Jake, do you have anything?
I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to our big kickoff show, and man, I can't wait to get this all started. It's gonna be off the chart.
Without a doubt, man. Hey, go ahead, Becker.
Did we discuss the date for starting off this season?
End of February.
No.
End of February.
Okay.
So
I believe a month, guys. So
yeah.
I already know that this is taking some time to get prepped and everything. You gotta remember, like 100 so people, and we have to get all those trucks ready. Not to mention, a lot of you might not know, but like y'all are getting like the first wave of brand new OM2s.
OM 2.1. Yep, no other tours got them. This is the first tour
y'all are special
being used.
Y'all are special. OM 2.1 making its debut this season. First time ever. First time ever for the chat. It's gonna be crazy.
I believe I'm speaking for almost everyone, but we want to say thank you all to the admins and everybody who's setting this up for us to be able out here to do this. I just want to say thank you and let's have fun this season.
Aww.
Totally forgot that you were unmuted. It was like, what the fuck?
Thanks, buddy. I mean, I appreciate you guys being here too. I mean, thanks for everybody who's tuning in to our kickoff show, and we'll see you very soon. Crazy.
Any of you don't want to stay in the call?